Hello. Welcome to another exciting episode on DNA Hardwired, Common Sense Turned Upside Down. My name is Pop, and joining me, my co-hosts, Jackie and Aaron, his brother, Aaron. Happy Easter to you all, and I hope you're enjoying this day. Before we get started, please be aware that we won't be on for the next few weeks or so. We're going to be on a break. So our podcast, it'll be returning probably on the 10th of May. Now, if we get a chance to sneak one in between now and then, we'll let you know. But as of now, we're going to take a little break for a few weeks and be back on Sunday, the 10th of May. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Last week,
let me say this.
Go ahead, brother.
I'd like to say this to the audience. We're taking a little break because Pop's wife is is questioning his friendships with me and my brother Aaron, and so he got to go work on the home front.
Now I'm gonna let you know now, brother Jackie. You may not know this, but she listening right now. She listening, so we may be getting some feedback from her.
Look here, I'm gonna tell your wife. I'm gonna tell your wife that famous movie line. That's a good man, Savannah.
Thank you, brother. Okay. I'll tell you though, me and my wife, I'm gonna put in this little plug. Me and my wife, we've been married over 30-something years. Matter of fact, we got an anniversary coming up tomorrow, and I'll tell you, we've got a really, really good relationship, and a big part of it is, we practice what we talk about on this podcast. To tell you the truth, we apply a lot of the things that we be talking about, and for us, it's been working. So,
and Pop, this is my thing. A lot of things that we've talked about from a relationship standpoint, and I've said this to Aaron, I've said this to people I talk with on a daily basis. A lot of this don't apply to you and your demographic. I think that's part of the reason a lot of y'all don't understand it.
Uh-huh.
It don't apply to you.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, brother?
It really don't apply. Because you're not out on this dating scene. You're not talking to these women like I got you. Like I talk to some of these women.
I got
listening
you.
to this nonsense.
I got you.
Yeah, you're not out there like that.
I got you.
Hold up. You watch this, Aaron. Watch this. You're in your very nice car that starts with a P. You live in your life.
Right.
You got 2 retirement checks coming in.
Right.
Ain't nothing affect. And guess what? It don't matter what goes on with the economy. You're not affected for the most part.
Right.
You above and beyond all this shit.
Right. Well, I'll tell you though, you're making some good points, but I ain't dead. Shit, I can see what the hell's going on with these people in these relationships. I talk to people. I interact with people. I interact with people like you and Aaron and other folk. So I gotta feel of the pulse of what's going on in relationships. So
hey, Pop,
go ahead. I'm listening.
This is what I told my mother this a couple years ago.
Okay.
She had been with my father so damn long. She don't know shit about dating. I said, stop it. Don't try that. Leave it alone. You don't know what it looks like. Aaron, did I say that? Have I told her that?
Knowing you probably did.
Is Aaron there? Did he phone?
Is Aaron still on the booth?
No, yeah. I'm saying yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
No, Aaron's being smart. Aaron out of the group, he's being smart.
Hey man, I do have a tendency to try to stray away from the whole relationship topic.
I hear you. Okay.
You know, I'm very opinionated about it. Don't get the wrong idea. Got a lot to say.
Right.
Hey, look, I tell you this. I can tell you how to get married. I can tell you how to get divorced. I cannot, and I don't even speak on how to stay married. I can't tell you nothing.
Well, see, I can speak on that. I can speak on how to stay married. So, we got a good combination going on here. We got a good combination.
That's why, hey, Pop, that's why when it comes to staying married, that's why we defer to you.
Okay.
Getting married and divorcing, getting married and divorced.
Or not getting married, or not getting married, because Aaron, he's never been married. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so last week we discussed guns in America, and we talked about basically some of the things was where guns originated from, the Constitution of guns, pros and cons, and yada yada. And so there's a couple things I wanted to loop back around on because I had made some statements about a few things concerning guns, and I was wrong. And so I wanted to loop back around and make those corrections. But initially, anything, because Aaron, you weren't here last week, right?
Right.
All right. So I don't know if you got anything that you might want to just kind of throw out there initially on guns, or Jackie, if there's anything you want to follow up on before I kind of loop back around on my couple of points.
I mean, as a defendant of slaves, man, I don't have the privilege of being able to see a benefit of not having them, or a government telling you to simply limiting your ownership of them. I think that's a very, very short-sighted view for anyone who thinks that that's a good idea.
Okay.
The only reason you have a relevant freedom of speech or a relevant opinion in this country is because of those. And the moment you don't have them, your opinion and the need and the ideology behind your opinion, simply put, leave.
Okay. Okay. Thoughts, Jackie?
Hey, like I said last week, enforce the laws that are on the books, leave the ones that leave. Enforce the laws that are on the book and adhere to the ones that's on the books. Leave this gun control, gun laws alone. Second Amendment is not up for discussion. Leave it alone.
Okay.
Church.
The more guns I have, the better I feel. And if I want to, and to piggyback on what we said last week, if I want to buy 30 ARs, with a 30-round clip, put them in my garage, leave me alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me just touch on a couple of things that some statements that I had made about guns last week, and I was wrong. So I wanted to make sure I straightened that out. Last week I had made the comment that machine guns and sawed-off shotguns were illegal in the U.S., and I went back and did some more research and come to find out naturally, well, I hate to say naturally, but I was wrong. What I found out was that the machine guns are legal in the U.S. They're heavily regulated under the National Firearms Act, but they are legal. Civilians can own automatic weapons. Or let me say here, it says civilians can own automatic weapons that were manufactured before May 19, 1986, provided they pass a strict background check, pay a $200 tax, and gain approval from the ATF. Ownership is banned in some states and requires registration in the National Registry, which presently contains over 780,000 such firearms. These are just the automatic ones. There's over 780,000 in this National Registry. So on the machine gun one, that's a correction on that one. Sawed-off shotguns, barrels that are under 18 inches. Total length under 26 inches. They're legal, but they're highly restricted in the U.S. Under the National Firearms Act. It says they are not inherently illegal, but they do require registration with the ATF, and again that $200 tax stamp, and strict background checks. And they are banned in some states, but they're not generally banned throughout the United States. I don't know if you guys had any follow-up on those two issues.
They're banned over there in California. We know that when you limit it to a 10-round magazine, I promise you, any type of automatic weapon, I think California is banning it right now. Okay. Sawed-off shotguns, all that because of the history of California with gang violence, that sort of thing.
I got you.
But typically down south, hey, Pop, down south, Arizona, hey, I think it's a free fall. If you can buy it, you can keep it.
And I like that idea, man. It's like, what's the purpose of saying, like, hey, I'm going to limit what this person can own? Simply put, like, we already have legislation related to, like to people who suffer from like mental health and other situations similar to that. So if you're banning it from the general public, what are you saying? We don't trust the general public with it, or we don't want to have to deal with that in the event that we attack the general public?
See,
I think the latter.
See, here's my problem with that, Aaron. Here's my problem with that. When you say, people with mental health issues, the problem is many times we don't know who has a lot of these mental issues until they go out and do something mental. For example, and I'm gonna throw this one in. This is for Brother Jackie. Primarily, this is mainly for Brother Jackie. For instance, we elected.
Hey, Pop, you kind of breaking up.
Okay.
I'm not sure you're moving around or not.
Okay. So what I was saying was that when it comes to mental health issues, the problem is that many times we don't know who's mental until they act out. And for example, I was going to throw a little dig at Brother Jackie, and it's this: he voted for a mentally ill person who is now leading our country. And I'm assuming that prior to that, Jackie really didn't know that this man was mental. But I think at this point now, most people in the world knows that Donald J. Trump is mental. He's got some mental issues, and he's running our country. And look at all the guns he's got at his disposal. He's got all these damn guns when it started a war with Iran, just because he said he felt it. It was his feelings. So we got to be careful with this thing about guns and people with mental illness and not worrying about it until after they purchase the gun and go out and commit some violent acts. I got some other statistics I'm gonna cover concerning crime and that sort of thing. But go ahead, Jackie or Aaron. Any response?
Hey, let me throw this in there. I need you to go down through history, Pop, and tell me the president that didn't exercise some form of nepotism.
I said mental illness. Right off the top of your head.
Okay.
Right off the top of your head. Let me finish. Hold up. Right off the top of your head, brother. Okay. Within your lifetime or recent history, the last 50 to 75 years, name one president, just one, that has exhibited anywhere close near the issues that Donald J. Trump has exhibited. Any. Just one. Name one.
Joe Biden.
Brother, come on now.
Where's Hunter Biden's email?
What the hell
does the laptop from Hunter Biden?
What the hell does Hunter? Look, brother. What the hell does Hunter Biden? Let me finish a second. What the hell does? Look at you. What the hell does Hunter Biden's emails got to do with Joe Biden's sanity?
We're gonna find. Guess what? Guess what? He at that time he was the oldest president. His mental capacity was not there. We all know that.
Give me an example. Give me one example. Just give me one. See, this is the problem with mega folks and people that support Trump. They talk about all this if, ands, and but stuff. Give me an example. Tell me something that, let me lower my voice. Tell me something that Joe Biden did. Just one thing that Joe Biden did that would illustrate his deteriorating mental capacity as a president. Just name one thing.
He knew his son had coke and he knew his son had coke in the White House and didn't prosecute him.
Brother, come on now. What are you talking? Let me ask you this, Aaron. What proof? Let me finish. What proof do we have that Joe Biden was aware that he knew that his son Hunter Biden had cocaine in the White House?
They found it. What do you mean?
But that doesn't mean. Does that mean? Does that? But does that?
It.
Let me finish. But does that mean that Joe Biden knew it?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. Come on.
That means you know it.
No, Aaron,
And
come on, brother.
If you want me to believe you're such a horrible parent that you can't when your kid is using drugs, I'll go with it, Pop.
All right, I'll tell you what, brother. Your brother, Jackie's a parent. Jackie's a parent.
Uh-huh.
Jackie, let me tell me this honestly. Are you aware of everything that your kids have done?
No, Aaron is a parent too.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry, Aaron. That's right. You did say you had a son. But are you guys aware of everything that your kids do?
Hey, we breaking up.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, we breaking up. I'm not sure who's moving around. We breaking up.
Me?
Okay,
I'm
no problem.
Walking to the bus.
Okay.
We're breaking up right now.
All right. Okay. No problem.
We're breaking up.
Yeah. No problem. But again, see, we're talking about stuff with no substance. Tell me something. Started a war, raised all these terrorists, bombed some boats. Now, tell me something that Joe Biden actually did. Joe Biden did, not his son Hunter. Okay, tell me something that Joe Biden actually did since you invoked his name.
No, Joe Biden didn't do a damn thing. That's part of the problem too.
Well, wait a minute. You switching up on me. You switching.
He didn't do a damn thing.
You switching up on me, brother. You switching up on me. Let me put it this way then. I'm gonna agree with you. 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 Joe Biden in his 4 years.
Don't agree. Don't agree.
Don't agree.
We need this discourse. Don't agree.
All right, go ahead. No. What I was going to say is, it was a good thing. It was a good thing that he didn't do anything
because of his. What now?
I said it was a good thing that he didn't do anything. Evidently, because we made it through those 4 years with no problems. Got out of a war. The economy started boosting again. I mean, people had jobs. We didn't have all these job losses that we have now as a result of Trump. Didn't have high tariffs. I mean, we was getting along with the rest of the world, our allies. I mean, things were going great because Joe Biden was sitting on his butt, wasn't doing nothing. That was great.
The reason we got along with the rest of the world is because everybody knew Joe Biden was a bitch.
And that's okay.
Right. We're a pushover.
That's okay.
We're a pushover. We don't stand for nothing with the Democratic president.
Yeah, that's okay. Did anybody attack us? Did anybody take anything from us? Right. So
they didn't have to. Hey, they didn't have to, Pop. They didn't have to. Uh-huh. They was making back office deals with China. They was making back office deals with Iran. They making back office deals with
You've been out on that. You've been out on that deep. You've been out on that deep dark web. Because none of the stuff you talking about.
Back office deal.
Yeah. Because none of the stuff you talking about is factual. You can't go out on the. You can't even go out on the internet and find anything factual on that.
And guess
go
what?
ahead.
You can guess what? Because it ain't out there. Because it's not out there, don't mean it's not happening.
So then we guessing.
You can't back up what you say when it comes to. You can't back this up when it comes to say how good Biden was compared to what Trump is. No. You
missing my point, brother. I'm not even talking about how good Biden was. I'm talking about how bad Biden wasn't, and I'm talking about how bad Trump is. So let's not get it twisted.
We all know this. If you're not moving the needle forward, you're losing ground. The economy moves forward, society moves forward. If you're not moving the country forward, you're losing ground.
It was moving forward. That's what I was saying.
We're not gonna play that game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We're not gonna play that game.
That's all I was saying. We were moving forward. Unemployment rate was down.
No, we were not.
We were increasing jobs.
We were not moving forward. Under Biden, we were not moving forward.
Well, see, it's hard to argue with facts sometimes for some folk. So all I'm throwing out there is facts. If you go out there and look at reputable sources, you will definitely see that the economy was in a lot better shape under Joe Biden than it is now. That's all I can tell you. Now we can get in. I'm just telling you. Go out there. Let me get my researcher here. She's going to go to an official. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Hey, watch this. Hey, Aaron, hold on, Aaron. Hey, I'm gonna say what you gotta say. Let me say this. Pop's researcher is biased.
My research is what, brother?
She's biased.
Oh, it's biased, and you could be right, and you're right. You're right, Jackie. And it could be right. That's why I always encourage you guys to go out and find some research to the contrary. And so far, y'all haven't found anything. I asked you guys to go out, find something that talked about, for example, that talked about all the things, the good things that Republicans have done for the Democrat, for the blacks, for minorities. I haven't heard anything yet.
Here's the thing, the lack of government interference is something that overall society doesn't necessarily appreciate. So to say what a Republican has done, Democrats don't appreciate that because simply put, they want social programs. They literally want the conversation behind it. They want the rhetoric behind it. Mm-hmm. They want to believe, that basically not laws change, but crime dissipated. They want you to believe that simply put, as a result of their presence, it's all roses now. Like, man, I live. I'm here every day. Like, bro, it's not that. I know under Obama I felt hunted.
Say that again, brother. You said under Obama you felt what, Aaron?
Hunted.
Hunted. Okay, hunted.
Yes.
Hunted.
Okay.
And literally, anytime you get on television and talk about how you feel, and we saw a murder, we saw this, that, and the third, rather than trying to legislate it, all you're doing is inciting. If there's anything that he ever did, bro, that basically we should always have a close eye on, man, is his lack of care.
Who's that now? Are you talking about Obama now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about Obama. I'm talking about Biden. I'm talking about any Democrat that's held office within the past 40 years.
And I'll tell you.
Democrats.
Go ahead, brother.
Democrats are known for one thing. Their rhetoric is great. They do nothing. They do nothing.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I think the best thing that we can do is to try to find reputable sources who've kind of analyzed and looked at all aspects of the different parties and the different presidents and that type of thing. And I'll tell you, I'm constantly researching. And what I've found is that Donald Trump has consistently, his first term and now his second term, he has been consistently rated the worst president in the history of America. Consistently rated as the worst president in history. And if you go out, do your own research, you find something different, please send it my way. All right. Find something different.
And while I understand that.
And guess what? Guess where Obama's been rated? As far as presidents in history. Guess where President Obama's been rated? Huh?
Probably high, because black people don't demand nothing.
Okay.
Right.
President Obama has consistently been rated in at least the top 10 and below as the best presidents in history. So in other words, in recent history, Nixon, Carter, both of the Bushes, Biden, Trump, he has been rated as the best president in history. Now that's not me talking. And like I said, if you go out and do your own research, there's no doubt in my mind you're going to find what I found. Now you and I, we can go ahead and debate back and forth. A lot of information we don't have. But these people who can conduct these studies and make these ratings, they look at all different aspects of being a president or running the country or being a particular party. So, I mean, I appreciate the debate because there's always at least two sides anyway. And so it's always good to hear both sides. Now, I will tell you this. We started off this episode. We're going to be talking about guns, and there's another subject I wanted to get to too. But let me go ahead and go ahead, brother.
Hey, Pop, let me say this real quick.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna let you get back to it. Okay. And I don't want my statement to get you off track. Stay on point.
Go ahead.
Let's take a strong man. a father, a husband that's strong. Society, that strong man's wife and that strong man's children don't like him. You cannot be a strong man and your children and your wife like you.
Wait a minute.
Society likes you.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna challenge that.
I'm
gonna challenge that. Your point is false right now. I got my daughter. I got my daughter sitting right here. My wife is listening in, and I guarantee you they both will disagree with you. But go ahead.
Okay, guess what? I'm not listening to not one woman on the planet tell me that's gonna determine which way I'm about to go with my statement right here.
Okay.
A strong man. Guess what? I'm not. Guess what? This is no knock to your wife, but I'm not listening to your wife. I'm not listening to your daughter.
Okay.
For this right here, a strong man that's about making the people, the women around him better. He holds everybody in that house accountable, including the wife. Matter of fact, I got an old school saying. When Daddy walks in that house, even the roaches line up and get squared away. They go hide in the corner because they know Daddy ain't putting up with that bullshit that they've been talking to each other all day about. I'm not dealing with your trash. I'm not dealing with your emotional damage. I'm not dealing with this. This is what we're doing going forward, and I don't give a damn how you feel about it. Facts over feelings. A strong man, a solid man, is not. Matter of fact, they are not respected and revered while they're living. It is not until they're dead that they look back and say, Daddy was that guy, grandfather was that guy. And everybody wants to tell men to go dumb us down and not be who we are because it makes them feel some kind of way. Get out your damn feelings. I'm not here for your feelings. My job is not to make you happy. My job is not give you a soft place to land. My job is to hold you accountable and to teach you and to guide you into who I need you to be as a woman in this world. That means my wife and my daughter. That's why God ordained us to be this way. And we can dress it up, we can sugarcoat it, we can put lipstick on lipstick and a dress on a piece of pork. It's still a pig at the end of the day. And that's why so women voted for Obama like he was the greatest president, because he held nobody accountable. He didn't hold black people accountable. He didn't hold the LGBTQIA. He didn't hold foreign countries over here accountable to their bullshit. And too many fathers, they sit here and skirt their responsibility. No, you're not going to the mall today, baby. I don't give a damn how much money we got. I say no because I say no. I don't owe you an explanation. Baby girl, my daughter, you're not going to step 11, 12 o'clock at night. I don't owe you an explanation as to why. I'm telling you, most fathers need to learn to become benevolent dictators. You have to become a benevolent dictator. This line, happy wife, happy life, is a lie. Happy kingdom. That's the way this shit works.
You know what, brother? I tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to continue on your line of I hate to say questioning, but your line right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue with that, because I was going to kind of touch on that at the end. But we'll go ahead since you warmed up. I think I'm gonna skip ahead. Now, Brother Jackie, I love Brother Jackie. He'll occasionally try to help keep me informed. Since I'm married and I don't know what's happening with the dating world. So he'll, once a week or so, he'll send me a video of some younger brothers, usually they're brothers, and they're talking about relationships, and usually what they're doing is they're dogging women. They're dogging women, black women at that. And so dogging black women.
Are they dogging them?
Yeah, dogging
them. Are they calling them out? Are they dogging them? Or are they holding them accountable?
Well, they think it's holding them accountable, but in my mind, they're dogging them. But in any event, folk will be able to make up their own mind once we get into some of this stuff. But the latest video that Brother Jackie had sent me was there were 4 young black folk on there. I say young, but they're anywhere in their 30s to 50 probably. 4 males and this one young lady who's trying to hold down everything herself. But basically, the topic had a lot to do with what Jackie, some of the points that Jackie was just making. So So we'll try to cover some of those things, Jackie. And I'm sure.
Hey, what's that win? Is it me or is it y'all? What's that win?
Aaron, I think it's Aaron. We'll blame Aaron because it's not me and it's not you.
Yeah, I'll go with the blame for a minute. Truth be told, I was holding it on mute for a second just for that call.
Aaron, put it on mute. Just put it on mute till you talk, bro. Just put it on mute.
I did.
Okay. All right. So like I was saying, this latest video that Brother Jackie had sent me, again was some folk dogging black women. So what I'm gonna start off with, and one of the things they were kind of focusing in on, this one brother especially, he was heavy into it, and he was basically talking about why black women were having a difficult time finding a black man to marry, and then when they did find a black man to marry, the black man would would offer or get engaged as many as 3 times, and they still wouldn't marry, so on and so on and so on. So I'm going to state a few points first, and then we'll kind of get into it a little bit more. These are just some statistics. Now, and I'm not rattling these statistics off to try to make black men less than or to so-called dog out black men. These are just statistics that I think, I could be wrong, I don't speak for all black women or women period, but these are some statistics that I think that they're considering when they're looking at a mate, possible husband. So here, I'm gonna just run down some of these statistics. Black men have the highest rates of incarceration, 5.5 times higher than white men. Now we can argue, and I know I can hear you. Okay. I know. I hear it rattling. I hear you. I know about the justice system and all the rest of that. We can get into that, but let me rattle off these statistics first. These are just facts. Whatever the reason is, these are just the facts, and we can talk about the reasons.
It don't matter. I'm with you.
Okay.
Highest prison rate.
Right.
Go ahead.
As of March 2026, this is current. The unemployment rate for black men, and this we're talking about black men 20 years and over in the U.S., was 7.3. Go back to Obama. I guarantee you the black unemployment rate was nowhere near 7.3, but he ain't did shit, okay? But anyway, black men have a lower likelihood of working full-time year-round compared to the national average. Black men commit domestic...
lower livelihood of working full-time?
Right, year-round. Working full-time year-round.
Okay.
Yeah, compared to the national average. Black men commit domestic violence more than any other race or gender. Domestic violence is a pattern, and this is what domestic violence is. Domestic violence is a pattern of assaultive and coercive behaviors, including physical, sexual, and psychological attacks, as well as economic coercion that adults or adolescents use against their intimate partners. Okay, aggravated assault, marital assault, yada yada. Black men generally report higher rates of infidelity than women, with black men reporting higher rates of 28% compared to white men, 20%, and Hispanic men, 16%. Black men are disproportionately...
You say, hold that, higher rate of infidelity. You said 28%?
Yep. Black men are disproportionately affected by homelessness in the U.S., making up approximately 35 to 40% of all single adults experiencing homelessness. 35 to 40% black men homeless. Black men suffer higher rates of addiction-related consequences and disproportionately higher overdose deaths. Now, again, I'm not rattling off these statistics to down black men or make black men look less than they are.
No, Pop, don't press it. If you put out the numbers, keep going with it.
Well, I'm just saying this because some folk may get the wrong idea. Hell, I'm a black man. Okay, so I don't want to make me look bad, But I'm just running down the statistics here. So I'm going to go ahead. I've been talking the last 10 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and respond to those. Any questions, or go ahead.
As it pertains to infidelity, all you just said was black men are very much so desirable. That's why that rate is high. Okay.
I won't argue. I'm a black man.
Hold
and I won't argue that.
Hold on, though. Hold on. There's nothing else on the planet that you expect to be monogamous but a man. There's no other mammal on the planet that you hold to the expectation of monogamy outside of me.
No.
All right?
No.
So to tell me that
the human
is I can't get a black man. Hold on. But to tell me that my argument is I can't get a black man to act outside of his nation is absolutely ridiculous. We need to do away with that argument altogether.
Okay.
Second of all,
thank you.
Hold on. I got one more. Second of all, to say that black men are some of the most violent on the planet, I think that's the biggest lie ever.
What was that again?
Our women are to say that black men are are violent.
Oh, okay.
Are prone to just have a tendency for violence. I think that's the biggest bunch of bullshit ever seen.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because I see black women and how they interact with black men. I'm knowing good and well if you truly felt or you truly feared for your life, you would act different. It would come up in that communication. It would come up in how you deal with it. So you may not be presented from a biased perspective, but I guarantee you where you got that information from is absolutely biased.
Okay.
So let me pick back on that. Part of the problem is with that violent shit. Everybody, a woman hits a man, it's not. A woman cuts a man, it's not reported. It's not until that motherfucker punches her in the goddamn face and damn near knocks her out that she calls 911. That's when it becomes reported. It's not reported what she did to him. And we got this thing in this country. You should never hit a woman. Never hit a woman. Well, Pop, I got a mindset, and I'm just telling you, I got a mindset. So I believe in not hitting a woman until I tell that motherfucker to not hit me back, to not hit me again. Women think that they can just put their hands on men, and he's supposed to not do a damn thing. It's not until I choke her ass out.
Let's not just say women. Since we're on the subject, let's talk about black women.
No.
That's what you're saying.
Black women
have to talk about. And I think that's
the
side of my race. When I tell you, like, the tendency is way higher with black women amongst any other race ever. I've never had that conversation with a non-black woman. Never had. I've never been jokingly hit by a non-black woman. As a matter of fact, bro, and it's not that I have a problem with that level of communication, but I think when we have the conversation, it's absolutely represented, and that's my problem with it. So I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not trying to villainize her in the process. But the other side of it is let's have a real conversation. We don't know that level of black man who thinks it's a good idea to I'm gonna just tee off on this chick. You know what I'm saying? She hit me too hard. I'm gonna tee off on her. I don't know them men. As a matter of fact, the men that I know, as it pertains to that subject, bro, oh hell no. And for the most part, when you find that situation, she knew that motherfucker was violent long before that. She knew he had a history of this. So yeah,
I've dealt with women outside. I've dealt with women outside of the black community. I don't even have to damn near raise my voice at that demographic of woman.
Hold on, Gil.
I don't have to I have to raise my voice in the house. But Pop, I've been married to 3 black women. My worst arguments came from the woman I married. Hey, Aaron, let me say this.
Gotcha.
The worst situations I ever came encounter with was the women that I was married. You're not gonna tell me that me going home to my black wife is the same as you going home to your Asian wife, to your white wife, to your Hispanic wife, to your Puerto Rican wife. And I think Puerto Rican women are the closest thing to black women, period. Don't get it twisted. Black women have no respect for black men. And guess what? They gonna come at you like they own you. There's not another demographic of woman that I've dealt with, and I've dealt with a bunch of them, that come off like black women do. You gonna run up and get into my face? Guess what? If it's wrong for me as a man to put my hands on a woman, I need every woman out here to understand it is equally as wrong to put your mouth and your words on that man. And women will say, well, you know what? Those are just words. Well, guess what? Watch when two men have an argument and have a disagreement. They don't argue with you. Men don't argue amongst men like they do with women. Pop, you and I can have a disagreement face to face. We got about 5 minutes before we got to put our hands on each other. Women don't understand that level of a violence. Women don't understand that there's a barrier with men. You think you keep pumping your guns with me like I'm a damn woman. No. Me and you and I will come to blows within 3 to 4 minutes of a disagreement. Women don't understand. Women think they just keep talking. I'm not your goddamn girlfriend. Shut the fuck up. And I mean that. Shut up.
Okay.
You think you just keep talking like men are supposed to operate like we your girlfriend. No, I'm a man.
Okay. Well, you know,
and I think that happens in a lot of scenarios. That happens within a lot of scenarios. That doesn't make it into that statistic, and that's that.
Let me run something about both of you guys. I hate to keep bringing this up, but I got to make the point. I'm almost twice as old as you guys, almost. So that means I've been on this earth almost twice as long as you guys have. So there's some things that I've witnessed that you have not witnessed. And one of the things that I think I have witnessed that you haven't witnessed is the transition of black women. Okay? One of the things,
right.
Let me finish. Let me finish. One of the things that I noticed, like with my mama and women of her generation, right? And my mama's 101, remember that. So my mama, what I've noticed as a little small boy growing up, I remember a man, he treated the average black woman like he was the master and she was a slave. I'm telling you what I've witnessed. I'm not telling you what I read, anything like that. And I'll tell you, the average man of my generation, if he's honest, and the average woman, they will admit this. So I've seen the transition to where women went through this phase where they were the whipping dog. They got whipped all the time. And somewhere along the line, I don't know what, I can't give you a year, right? And I can't give you an event. But I will tell you, at some point, black women stood up and said, no, I'm not going to allow you to treat me like that anymore. Just like black folk did at some point with slavery and the rest of it, civil rights movement and all that good stuff. Folks have a tendency when they're beat enough, they will stand up and they will fight back. And I think what happened is, this is what I think happened. Black women stood up and the pendulum started to swing. Now, I will acknowledge, I think it swung back too far. I will agree with you with, I've witnessed it myself with how some women, black women behave. They behave as though they're on the same level physically as that black man, and they're definitely not. So the pendulum, I will admit, it did swing, and I think it swung too far back. But that's how I see the situation. And I think both of us, I think black men and black women, there's some things we need to come together on and recognize what happened to us, because it wasn't always like this. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me jump on that one right there. Part of the problem is the worst thing that happened in the black community was feminism. White women came over to the black community, put a battery in black men's back, like black men was holding them down.
They were. Did you miss what I said, brother? I'm gonna let you finish. No, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. But I just personally look, brother, look. I just gave you my personal experience as a black man growing up. Nowhere in there. Let me finish. Nowhere in there did you hear me mention a white woman. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
No, because I'm going somewhere with it.
I know where you're going. You leave it. I know where you're going, brother. You're trying to take the blame off of what I told you the blame was. The blame was black men abusing black women and black women standing up and saying, no, I'm not taking no more.
Black men were not abusing black women at the numbers that y'all want to sit here and believe that they were abusing black women at. That's not true. It's not true.
Jackie. How are you gonna, Jackie? How are you gonna, Jackie? Let me finish, Jackie. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. No. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my daughter call right now one of my boyhood partners who grew up, and I want him to tell you, and I'm sharing his personal shit, but I want him to tell you what he witnessed with men, how they treated women. But we can go ahead and keep talking. Call Otis.
Hold on.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm not. Stop. See, this is part of the issue. You got to stop thinking that I'm sitting there saying black men didn't abuse black women. That's not what I was about to say. But guess what? For you to believe, for you to try to push that down the street, that black men in large masses were just abusing black women.
Yes,
black women.
They were.
No, that's not true.
Jackie, are you not listening to me, son? Are you not listening to me? I grew up with that. I personally witnessed it. I'm not, look, Jackie, I'm not reading out of a book. Let me tell you
if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Hold up a minute. You guys still there?
I'm going, you have none of that. You don't have that side of the story. So until you actually give me both sides of that story, man, we got to push on from now. Because I don't know no man that's just going to let you whoop his ass, but I also don't know no black man that just get off on black women. I don't know them. And do they exist? Absolutely. But do I think they exist in mass? Hell no.
Well, let me ask you.
Hell no. This is my thing.
But we are so comfortable telling one side of the story, man.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. And this is not a negative statement towards your mother. This is not it. I'm saying this in general.
Right. Go ahead.
You don't know what your father went through dealing with your mama. Most times, we hold one side of the story, and that's from a black woman. We never hear daddy's story till we're 35 and 40 years old, and then daddy tells us your mama was a piece of shit. Your mama.
Hold up a minute. You still there, brother?
Yeah, who is this?
Hey, Otis. Hey, brother, I need to bring you in on this podcast real quick. Are you still there? You got a minute?
Yeah.
You got a minute?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to step out in the hall for a second.
Yeah, I don't want to take you out too far, brother.
No, I ain't going too far.
Okay. I've got a couple brothers on. Literally, they're brothers, Aaron and Jackie, and we're on this podcast. And I'm not even going to fill you in. I'm going to have you come in cold because I want them to understand that this is not a setup.
Hey.
All right, Jackie?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Aaron, we're bringing in Aaron. Otis, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I'll introduce everybody once we get Aaron back on. Okay, you there, Aaron?
Hello?
You there, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I want you guys to hold on. I want you guys to hold on a second. I got a boyhood friend. Otis. We grew up together back in Pittsburgh, and I haven't told. I haven't. Matter of fact, Otis, he's at some function, I'm thinking, and so he was kind enough to step out for a quick minute. I haven't filled him in on anything, so he coming in cold. He might surprise me, and he might say, "You know what? No, Pop, I agree with the brothers." So I'm gonna bring Otis in real quick, just on this one point. And Otis, when you gotta go, brother. Let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. So
Hey,
Otis.
Hey, Otis, how you doing, bro? My name is Jack. I got my brother on the line, Aaron. We gotta go. We're on the podcast right now.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring in real quick, Otis. So we're on the subject of how black men have treated black women, and so what I was sharing with the young brothers is that me as a young black man growing up in Pittsburgh, what I witnessed as far as how black men treated black women. Now, this is what I told them, and I told them, hey, you may come in from a whole different track, okay? But I know you and I grew up in the same place. You and I are like brothers. So I'm thinking that you witnessed the same thing I witnessed. And maybe you didn't. Maybe you saw it from a different point. But for me, this is what I saw. Well, no, you tell me. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not even going to. You tell me your impression of how black men generally, not all black men, but generally, how you saw black men treating black women. If you don't mind giving us a summary.
Well, I personally think that the majority of the black men back then and even now, we basically go at them with certainly a disdain because we seem to forget that they grew up the same way we did. And we expect things from them that they don't really know anything about. And we use the other color to tell them about what they should be, but they don't know anything about it. We don't really know anything about it, but, when it comes to putting hands on women, misusing them, taking this, taking that, we go at them, like I said, like they deserve this. And I tend to think, and I've often said it.
I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to put you on pause for a quick second, brother. I'm going to put you on pause for a quick second.
Right.
Did I hear you say, did you witness black men in general, this is just in general, putting hands on black women?
Yes.
Was that a regular? Was that on the regular?
Yeah, I would say it was on the regular.
Okay, brother, go ahead. Keep going.
In fact,
hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Are we talking about during the time where, simply put, we didn't have legislation? Are we talking about like during the time where, simply put, like to find domestic violence, it wasn't you didn't have to worry about that being policed?
Well, truth
because we're talking about if
nobody
that's
really gives. You don't get,
right.
and I'm only speaking from the neighborhoods that we're from. There's nobody give a rat's patootie about legislation, or you go get a TRO. They don't care about it now.
Now, I'm glad you said that. Because we have made this conversation out to be something that black men did. And I think that is the biggest misconception ever. This wasn't a black man problem. This was a relationship problem. You're talking about during the time where, simply put, there was no sort of punishment behind hitting a woman, nor was it any sort of punishment behind vice versa. And when you legislated, all you did was take that black man's voice and made sure that he didn't have that to say no more. He's not out here saying that, oh man, I'm getting attacked in this way, or I'm feeling this way at home. Simply put, he's taking that, and truth be told, is there times do I think where they lash out? Absolutely. Do I think that simply put that was a microcosm of black relationships? Biggest lie ever.
Yeah, but the majority of the thing now, and if you fast forward it to today, we, and I'm not going to say all of us, but I'll just say the majority of us, we don't have any respect for the black woman today. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
yes,
I don't
sir.
care
I agree
about
with that.
Yeah. So here again, we're prone to, like I said, put hands on them, play them. The biggest pimps in the world were us, their own color, because we flat just don't care when it comes to that. Now we will.
I think that's not true. Not true.
See, I'm interject. No, I'm interject. No, hold up, brother Otis. Hold up, brother.
Not the biggest.
Hold up.
We're not the biggest.
Wait a minute. See, this is a brother Otis. Look. I called brother Otis. No telling what the hell he was doing. He was doing whatever he was doing.
Yeah, I get it.
Because I felt let me finish. Because I felt it was so important that y'all not think that this was just coming from me. All right. That's why I called this. I didn't know what Otis was going to say. The only thing I could guess is that he was going to say what I experienced because we both went through the same thing. Now, this is one of the problems I think I see with our society today is you got two older gentlemen, all right, who've experienced some shit. We have seen the transition, right? We've seen what we were. We've seen what we went through, and we see where we are now. And we're trying to share this knowledge with you guys. And you guys are talking about shit that you don't know nothing about. You didn't experience what we're talking about. What you're basing yourself. There's a 44-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. How old are you, Aaron? 40 what?
40.
And Jackie, you're 50 what?
55.
All right. And here you have, I'm not gonna tell your age, brother Otis, but you have two older men here who's been through some stuff, and we're telling you what we saw personally. We're telling you what we didn't read it out of books. We're telling you what we went through, and we're telling you what we see today. And you guys are telling us what you think about yesterday, and you weren't there. But go ahead.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm telling you the legislation behind it. So I understand what you're saying, but I also understand legislation better than both of you, I think. So now, I'm not falling for that as simply put the reason why we have a misunderstanding here. The reason why we have a misunderstanding here is very much so simple, bro. You were protected from your mom from what women do. That child was always protected. You never heard what mom did. The type of woman mom was, you never heard that. Let me interject.
Go ahead, Otis.
Let me just jump in right there.
Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, first of all, now I don't normally talk about this, but I truly believe and still believe that my mom was one of the best that ever was and ever will be. But yet my father beat her to death.
Do you understand you just said what every black boy would say about his mother?
Come on.
You just said the same thing every black man would say about his mother. But I don't know my dad's experience with my mother. As a matter of fact, I'm 40 and still finding out that story. Because the shit that my dad went through with my mom, it wasn't my business. About it. My dad told me, man, if your mom was a whore on the street, every time you seen her, you hug and kiss her because you're not going to go to hell for my sins.
And let me fast forward it. Most of the younger guys, the guys in their early 40s, the guys in their 30s and 20s, they truly have this concept that putting hands, smacking the shit out of a female is almost like a badge of honor. You know, you don't take this from her. And I have been and I have employed multiple brothers, young brothers, and today they think nothing about closing that eye for the weekend, slapping the shit out of them, taking their keys, drive their car. I mean, the whole concept, and they beat on their chest like this is a rite of passage because they're under the assumption that if they were to try and reason with them or bring that behavior to a lower level, that makes them soft.
So you saying black women were hitting black men were hitting black women because they didn't want to be perceived as soft?
Yes. And because there was no punishment to it. There was no punishment to it. The same as let me give you an example. This is how society as a whole has raised us. Now, I had businesses, multi-business. I'm going to say this and then I got to go. Every time somebody would attempt, in the neighborhood I was in, they would attempt to rob me. And they ended up getting shot and killed several of them. Okay, $3,000 is what I was paid, or I had to pay, and boom, it was done. There was no record. There was nothing. One day, there was a white guy that had sort of got out of pocket, and I checked him. Wasn't with the pistol. Checked him with my hand. Immediately, go to court. You know, we talking about major money, and then they want to administer probation and all the rest of that shit. So it comes down to we have been conditioned. What we do to each other, no one cares, and no one does anything. And like I said, pretty soon it becomes a rite of passage. You know, when you put in all the alarm systems in your home and on your cars, and this ain't for them, this is to keep us from taking it.
True story.
And I had 3 daughters. And I had 3 daughters, 1 sister. And up to 10 years ago, young guy, he wasn't, but I guess he had to be in his early 30s. And she said something to him regarding the thing. And he hollers off, "You ain't my mama," blah, 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 blah. And he slaps her. Pow! Okay, now he really felt justified in doing this. You know, you ain't going to talk to me like this. I am, quote unquote, the man. So now, when we go down there to administer a change in his thinking, then he's standing there with that dumbass look on his face. Well, why you put your hands on me? You know, hey, she the one that was talking to me, this and that. And they use that same verbiage that you use. Oh, you know, he said, I'm talking crazy and this and that.
Hold on. So, I think I missed something there.
I missed something. Yeah, I did too.
You said same verbiage that I use. What do you mean?
If not you, I heard somebody say, well, a lot of times the female be talking out of pocket, you know, saying this and saying that. And it takes a guy. No, he was talking about the mothers. We don't know what the mama did or something like that. I may have had it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now, I said you don't know that story.
But it's almost like saying, in effect, they deserved it.
Mm-hmm. No.
Some of them do.
I'm not gonna go that far with it. But what I will say is, I don't believe that no man deserves to take an ass whooping. Same way I feel that no woman deserves to take an ass whooping. So that person who thought it was okay to just haul off and tee off on somebody, I feel the punishment should be the same. My problem with that is, with this story, is that both of you guys grew up at a time where, simply put, no matter what men went through, they shut up about it. They go home with it. And we're gonna bypass that in order to show me that somebody got abused. I'm not going for it.
Well, I'm gonna let Otis. Hold a second.
Even at 60, 70, 80 years old, you only know one side of the story.
Hold up a second.
And you know at that ripe age, that's not okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let
Otis.
Otis.
Let me say this.
Otis. No, let me finish. No, hold up. I want Otis, so I don't want to hold Otis up. I know I caught him doing something.
I gotta go.
I know, brother, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it, brother. Okay, I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Love you.
Gotta go.
Got it. Okay, Aaron and Jackie, hopefully you still on.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay, good. You guys now go ahead. Go ahead.
To tell me that, simply put, we're okay with having one side of the story, and that's the one that we're broadcasting as if we know what was happening there, I think that's the biggest injustice you could do to this conversation.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Do I believe that
I'll tell you what we'll do. So we're hearing one side of it, which is the man's side. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. No, You're only hearing the woman's side of it.
No.
You're only hearing that woman's side of it.
No. You heard from me and Otis. We both men.
Right. And what y'all both were talking
y'all
about
telling us the women's side of it
is your mom.
No.
And what I'm telling you is
We told you the man side of it. We told you that men back in the day will whoop a woman's ass. That's what we told you.
Right. And what I'm telling you is during that time, you know just as well as anybody else that men weren't talking about their grievance.
Say that again.
Go to that man and be like, "Oh man, what did that woman do to you?" No matter what happened there, no matter how he snapped off there, no matter regardless of the outcome in that situation, whether it was violent or not, You didn't know what was going on there.
Brother Aaron, do me a favor. Brother Aaron, wait, let me finish with Aaron. Brother Aaron, do me a favor.
You can't research this, Pop.
No, that's what I'm saying. I can only go with personal experiences. So that's why I'm going to ask you this question. What are some of the things that you think black man, maybe back in the day, what do you think some of the things he may have been justified for whooping a black woman's ass? What do you think some of the justifications could have been?
Shut the hell up. Shut up.
No. Keep your hands to yourself.
Well, I can tell you.
Keep your hands to yourself.
No. Let me finish. I can tell you from personal experience, these women weren't putting their hands on men back then. Now today, I gave you this. No, let me finish. Wait a minute. Would you let me finish? Would you let me finish? Let me finish. I will give you that today. I will give you that today that the pendulum has swung. And women today are different than the women back then. That's why I ask. Because what I'll do is I'll get some women from back in the day. I'll bring them on this podcast next week.
They're never gonna sit here and tell you that they hit a man first, Pop.
They're never gonna tell you that they got. You ain't gonna find a woman today that say that. You ain't gonna find that today. You think you're gonna find an elderly woman who tell me with this?
You guys are a mess. You guys, I love you. You guys are a mess. I'm telling you, Brother Otis. I interrupted Otis's Easter Sunday, called him out the blue, so that he can share some personal stuff with you, right? And if you notice, he and I are both on the same. Go ahead.
No. And I've been sitting there quiet listening to this. No. Aaron said this point perfectly. And I'm tired of this narrative. For the last 50, 60, 70 years in this country, we've only heard women talk. It's always been a woman's mouth talking about what the fuck they went through. They never told you what they put that man through. It's always about, I'm a piece of shit because he made me this way. Guess what? I got hands put on me because he walked in and the meatloaf was too dry. That's never been a case in history. Women have always put their hands on men, and men always accepted it. Men accepted that verbal abuse. Men accepted that physical abuse. We walked with up until the moment that we got tired of it. And that's when those stats began to be reported.
And the other side of that is, men don't even see it as abuse, bro. I've been hit 50 times, bro. I've never been abused. I've been hit by several women. I ain't never been abused by a woman. You're not programmed to see that as abuse. But when a woman starts saying it, you're programmed to protect. And simply put, I think that literally the groups that's pushing this know that. You're talking about this. Go ahead.
And so my stance when it comes to women talking about how much they've been abused, I'm gonna tell you what I say. Unless you reported it, fuck them. And I mean, it didn't happen. Unless you call the motherfucking police, unless you call the cops, I don't give a shit about what you say. Because
you know why you didn't call the cops?
We're programmed in this country to view women as victims. But guess what? Ain't nobody saying called. There's no man called the cops on a woman when she hit him in the back of the head with a pot and got a knife in her hand. He just dealt with it that night because he didn't want her to go to jail.
Well, the only time you get that level of truth from a woman, man, you have to be her family. If you're not her family, you're never going to get that level of truth from her. There's no such thing as being that comfortable with her, being that cool with her. None of that that gets you to that point. I know women in my family. I've heard women in my family say, "I Mayweathered that boy."
I will tell you this, right? I mentioned this. You still there?
This is my stance. When it comes to women, when it comes to abuse and domestic violence, I believe not one woman, not one.
Lie. Let me share this with you. We're gonna have to shut this one down for the day, but we'll continue it. But I want to say this. I mentioned about 20 or 30 minutes ago that I think what happened is what I personally witnessed as a young boy, young teenager, young man growing up, all of the stuff that I witnessed, I personally witnessed. I witnessed it one way, how women were abused physically, primarily, physically, mentally, emotionally. They were abused. Somewhere along the line, Jackie suggested that maybe it was the white women that dropped a bug in their ear. And I'm not going to say it wasn't, but somewhere along the line, they kind of woke up. They got jarred, and the pendulum started to swing. And as I mentioned earlier, I can't tell you that was 1980. I can't tell you it was 2001. I can't tell you when that happened, but I do agree that the pendulum did start to swing. Whereas before, women were not putting their hands on men first. I'm just telling you that. Now, today, I'm just telling you, today I will acknowledge that I'm sure that there are cases.
No, I agree. I get it.
Yeah. And so that's all I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing that women are acting the way, black women, that's who we've been primarily talking about. I'm not going to say that they're acting the way that they should be acting. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not defending them. I'm trying to paint the picture the way I've witnessed it, I've lived it, and how I see it today. That's all I'm trying to do. But I'll tell you what, guys, we'll go ahead, brother. Okay. Go ahead.
No, what I'm saying with that is, when you tell the story that way, you don't have to try to swing it. The story does it for itself.
Well, it's not in this case, because you guys ain't buying it. You guys are saying that women have always put their hands on men, and I'm telling you that's not true.
Yeah, because I listen to women, and I just so happen to date them.
How old are they? How old are these women you're talking about?
Like that matters.
It does matter, because the pendulum, the women that you're dating today, they will put their hands on you first. And I'm agreeing with that.
I know 75-year-old men. I know 75-year-old women that was putting their hands on men because she found out he had a side piece.
Well, okay, that'll get us into another 20 minutes. But I tell you what we'll do. We're going to go ahead and we'll continue this, because there's some things that we weren't able to get to. But I really appreciate you guys taking time out this Easter Sunday, and also the listeners that are going to listen to this. Appreciate you guys taking time out. But again, like I said at the beginning, we're going to be off air probably for at least the next 3 to 4 weeks, and we'll put out a notice, when we'll be back on. But thank you, Jackie and Aaron. Any last words for this podcast?
Truly enjoyed it, man.
Any last words for this podcast?
Truly enjoyed today, man. I can't wait for the next show.
Right. Okay. I appreciate it too.
Well, look. Well, I'm gonna say this. Hell no, I'm mad as shit right now because I didn't get all this shit off.
Well,
at the end of the day, no. There's always in the conversation. There's always one narrative being pushed, and I'm not in that space right now. You're not gonna just push one narrative thing. I'm gonna go along. I'm not part of the get along game. So everybody listen. I appreciate you listening. And if you got a problem with me, that's fine. Tune in next week. I may change my position, but I doubt it.
and we doubt it too, brother Jackie. but we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Again, I appreciate you guys, and I love you. So we're gonna go ahead and end this thing.
Appreciate you, Bob. Appreciate the audience. Appreciate my brother Aaron on the phone. Hey, brother, hang up. We gotta talk. I know we both.
All right, guys. Later.
No doubt. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Think it through, people.